In this video, we will talk about metadata granular permission. Another really interesting feature of DSpace CRIS related to the edit is the possibility to define the individual metadata value level. The security of this information can be used, for instance, to better manage personal and sensitive information. In this case, with default configuration, we are allowed to decide if my birthday should be public, available to everyone that visits the website, or should be restricted to specific authenticated users. This toggle is configurable, so the number of different levels of permission can be decided, and you can have also just 2 levels or 3, 4, depending on the metadata and your specific case. You see that the same toggle is applied also to other metadata. So it's up to you what is configurable, which metadata should be protected by this extra security information. And you see that email address is protected. So what happens if a normal user or not authenticated user visit my profile? Let's take this URL and open it into incognito mode. As you see here, the email address is missing. This is due to the fact that the email address is set as restricted to authenticated users only, and this setting just applies to this specific metadata. Let's look to that in the edit. If I go to edit my profile, you will see that besides the email address, we have a turn on off button. And now the original configuration is that this information is restricted, so it was reserved just to authenticated users. And this is the reason why on the incognito browser I'm not able to see this information. Let's make this information public and save. Now, if I go back to the incognito browser where the email address was missing before, and then navigate on the same website to refresh this object, you see that when I go back to this researcher DSpace A profile, now the email address is publicly available. It's important to note that this specific setting can be applied to any metadata. It's a configuration option, and you decide which metadata needs to be fully restricted, allowing the user to control who can access a specific value. And for instance, in this configuration, you see that the birthday is potentially restricted, and email address is also potentially restricted. Thank you for your attention.